Powering off.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I am your host today, Brian Taylor Bridges. I am your host, Mr. Brian Bridges, y'all. Going straight in on this one, y'all. It's about this woman in Florida who brings 50 rounds, over 50 rounds in the emergency room hospital. Now, what you doing with that kind of firepower up in the hospital? Now, we're going to discuss a few reasons why and a few topics, as we go on into this video about how and a couple reasons why she may have had this type of ammunition and firearms in her possession at a hospital. Now, mind you all, that had she left the firearm in her purse and not been fumbling around with this particular firearm, then nobody would have seen that. She pretty much get the silly rabbit of the day just because the lady did not have a concealed license permit to even carry a firearm. That's number one, first and foremost. But before I get any further into this, I like to read my copyright disclaimer for you all. Copyright disclaimer under Title 17 USC Sections 107. Allowance is made for fair uses for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. Yeah, I got this news clip for you all about this lady, so forth and so on. She happened to be sitting up in the emergency room. Not only was she sitting up in the emergency room supposedly trying to get some help, I assume, because the lady had some type of IV or some kind of, instrument where they was about to inject the IV into her, to possibly get the fluids that she needed into her body. Now, mind you, this all happened in Florida, you all. Now, at the time that it happened, it was up in the AM. Now, up in the AM, now they typically have a lot of people in the emergency room in the AM, and fortunately, it wasn't the weekend, but we all know what it's like to go to the emergency room on the weekend. If you don't pick a good hospital, then you serve to be in a long period of time. Yep, I said a very long period of time. I ain't gonna say no name about some of these Houston hospitals, but I done been in a few myself down in this H-town, you feel me? But, and it has taken a long time, and, I kind of pick and choose my, where I would like to go. Now that I'm, able to, I can kind of, I have some kind of insurance. I can kind of, find the best provider for my basic needs, whatever my needs may be, So at this particular time, this lady here, though, she choose to go to this hospital in Brandon, where she's sitting in this emergency room. Now, mind you, you all, as I'm saying, it's a lot of people in the emergency room, so I'm sure a few of them got up and moved away from the lady. But, as you can see in the left corner, they had the Hispanic family in there, and they had their kids, their daughter. It looked like a husband or a wife, the daughter and the son, Like I said, it possibly was a few more other people sitting next to the lady. But, I don't know if they was taking too long or not. I'm going to show you all a clip and read a news clip for you all as well. But, however, the woman proceeded to sit there, and I don't know if they was taking too long in the hospital or what was her particular concern. If they was going to have the medicine that she needed or wanted, or we don't really know, because now in this particular time and day, we have mass shootings going on. We have people going into the emergency room and going back to these particular doctors that then worked on them and offering them. We have some terroristic threats going on in the hospital. And then, like I said, if you get some bad service, I mean, ain't no telling what people is on people's minds now today. Now, I do commend these officers because they was fast, they got there within 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure they had a few on the scene, but wherever they wasn't too far from wherever she was, and they got there ASAP and was able to, make sure that the people in the hospital were safe. They didn't have to hurt the lady. Even so, usually you come in, and had it been a male subject, they might have would have, did him roughly. But in this situation, man, they was on point and on time. They didn't have to hurt the lady. No one else got hurt. And man, it was just, I guess it just went the way it was supposed to happen. But unfortunately for this lady, she finna get some time. I don't know. We had a few racist judges down here up in Texas. They used to probably count the bullets. You get such 5, 10, 15. They used to do that kind of silly stuff, which is very unjust. But, these are the type of things that happen. Now, mind you, it's so crazy to bring a firearm to the hospital, especially if you are not an officer or a security guard. I mean, you have no reason to bring a firearm to the hospital or the emergency room, for one. If you do happen to do that, then you must have a gun license permit. And in the bottom of my video, I list some places, one particular place in Texas where you all can get your gun license permit for $50. Yep, I said it. $50. Yep. If you look and click the link in below, then you'll be able to get set up with these classes. It's a 4-hour class, and you can pretty much take the class online. But it'll give you the proper information you need to go to certain places, and you have these particular firearms with you. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead on and play the. I'm going to want to read the news clip to you all first. And then I'll come back and play the video, because like I said, this is the silly rabbit of the day, to me, and that's just my opinion, but like I said, because the lady, there's no way they would have knew that she had this firearm, unfortunately, they should be metal detectors at these entrances coming in and out of these hospitals. Maybe they'll look into that, and that'll be a way to help protect, not only our citizens, but our hard-working nursing and doctor staff that they do have on site and on duty that's out there, that's trying to be prepared and ready to take on to these people. They can't do security and do medical attention at the same time. That's impossible and crazy to even ask any doctor or nurse to do. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead on and read the news clip, and then I'll play the video for you all. But this was, like I say, senseless to say. Woman spotted loading firearm inside her purse at the Brandon Hospital, police say. It's a early Wednesday morning. Investigators said a woman was spotted shortly at 2:15 a.m. Inside a Blake Hospital in Bradenton, loading a firearm that was in her purse. Staff at the hospital notified security and called 911. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays. I think they up in the Braden area, if I'm not mistaken. And shout out to all my old partners that was in Tampa. I'll get back to that later on in another story at another time. But it said everyone did what they were supposed to do. They immediately noticed a problem and then let us know. We were on the scene and actually had her in custody and with the weapon secured in less than 10 minutes, said Meredith Firmly, public information officer at the Bradenton Police Department. It say investigators say 37-year-old Jamekia Ray Ulissa Levert Chapman from Sarasota faces charges of bringing firearm into a hospital and having concealed gun without a permit, both felonies. Both of these things are felonies. Now we do know that's common sense. You all can't bring, if you all don't have no gun permits and gun license, man, do not bring no firearm to the emergency room or the hospital. It's senseless, keep these type of things in y'all vehicles and things of that nature. If you have to have something to protect yourself, then I suggest that you do that, not only that, but first and foremost, have you a license, but, until then, do what you need to do. Police said the handgun was a Smith & Wesson 38 semi-automatic with incorporated laser, and she had a high-capacity drum magazine with over a dozen rounds of ammunition. The lady had over 50-something rounds. She had 2 clips, and she had a extended clip with a drum roll on it. Straight hood, and like I say, man, we don't know what the lady intentions was. Maybe it was to protect herself, but like I said, the silly thing to do is pull it out. Why would you do that? Why would you pull your firearm out around other people? Man, them people in there to get medicine, or to get some kind of, they possibly could have had the chromochrome or something like that, and was trying to get them some help, but you in there intimidating people, got everybody scared and all shook up. Like I said, you had no business pulling this firearm out of your purse, period, point blank. Like I said, if that's something that you feel like you need to have, then it should have been in your purse. But in this particular situation, the woman sitting up in a chair, oh shit, don't let them people come back with this, whatever it was, some Vikings, some red tees, blues, I don't know what she was looking for, some icy cotton or something. It was something that she needed, that was real, for real. Anyway, her intentions and her motives has not been publicly revealed. She had a semi-automatic weapon with 58 rounds. That was very suspicious situation, and it could have been very bad. We don't know what her motives were. The police said. The police say additional witnesses told them they saw the suspect loading what appeared to be bullets in a magazine. Like I said, it was the witnesses. It was the people. There was some regular civilians. These people had some concerns. Like I say, I would have had some concerns myself had I seen it. I'm in there, my leg, my back or something hurt. My kidneys, something hurting, and I look across from me and somebody loading automatic. They could have been white, black, Mexican, Muslim, Chinese, Vietnamese, whatever they want to be. That would have bothered me, I would have been like, God, dog, it's finna go down, and been trying to ease away. But in this particular case, they didn't have the opportunity to do that, and they went to the desk and reported the lady. So, there it went, and like I said, they came in fast and swift. I'm going ahead and go over the news clip with y'all, so I can let you all ride on out.
Now, pretty scary situation today at Blake Hospital. Bradenton police say this woman was caught with a gun and several rounds. Tonight, she's under arrest after somebody spotted her on surveillance video loading
I always forget to come up. I think cut off automatically. Hold on.
Bradenton police today. Hi there, Josh. What about the motive? That's the first question. Do we have any idea? Yep.
Paired.
Okay, I'm on.
Blake Hospital. Bradenton police say this woman was caught with a gun and several rounds. Tonight, she's under arrest after somebody spotted her on surveillance video. Now, pretty scary situation today at Blake Hospital. Bradenton police say this woman was caught with a gun and several rounds. Tonight, she's under arrest after somebody spotted her on surveillance video loading the gun. Fox 13's Josh Cassidy was in our newsroom tonight. He spoke with Bradenton Police today. Hi there, Josh. What about motive? That's the first question. Do we have any idea?
Yeah, Mark, that is the million-dollar question right now. Police are trying to figure out why she had the gun.
Like I said, she could have had a few motives. I can't say the lady was fit to really blast nobody. I'm just being facetious, you are, because, like I said, I can't say she can, she was, or she wouldn't, because she could have been simply trying to protect herself. Now, the silly move was pulling it out. Now, what purpose did you need to pull that out and load it right then? That's what make things a little suspicious. It's not the point or the fact that you really had a weapon to protect yourself. Because some people, they just haven't had a chance to really get there and do it. And some people, they can't. But you still have a right to protect yourself as a person, as a human being and an individual, productive person in this society. I believe that with all my heart, soul, and mind. That's just what it is. Like I said, again, it was very silly for this woman to be loading. Man, who does that? Who does that? Who does that? If anybody can, Wukasham can. But, that wasn't a thing to do. Like I said, man, like I said, at the bottom, I do have some lifting it, some accurate information on where you all can get a Texas gun license, for absolutely $50, I'm going to go ahead on and let the rest of this play.
After that tonight, they are just thankful this came to a quick and peaceful resolution.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Here is the video.
It came into a peaceful resolution too.
Around 2:15 in the morning, notice the woman right there. You can see her with police. A staff member alerted security and called 911 after allegedly seeing her loading the firearm. She was actively loading the firearm in the ER there. So the security guard, he is the first one to meet with this woman. He is able to secure the gun. Police then come in moments later. They surround the woman. They have her in custody less than 10 minutes after the initial call. Police say they found a semi-automatic handgun, a high-capacity drum-style magazine with 36 rounds, 2 more magazines with 13 rounds, and 14 loose rounds in her purse. The woman is identified as 37-year-old Jamikira.
Ain't it amazing how she could have came up out of there and just whipped off her wig and been a whole nother person? Ain't that something? Boy, them women something else, man. I ain't lying, A dude, he ain't finna come out. He gonna be hating. He gotta cut them little dreadlocks out. Like, man, I gotta cut this out. Man, dang, he gotta go stop, look for some clippers. But she just went on in, just whipped it out. Did whip it out. They whipped it out when they got her to take that mud shot. But you had no idea when she was in that hospital, that she had a wig on. Like I said, man, in this case, man, I just want to just really say how silly it was, for this lady to do that. But not only that, the most important thing is to give you all some information about this gun license. I think every black queen, especially a black lady, should have a gun seal permit carry, and I'm surprised that a lot of you all don't have one at this point. But, you all can still take the time out and go do that, protect yourself and protect your family. Go our First Christ gang. We out. Yes, indeed.